Tonight, the governor will deliver his New Year's address and a toast to the new year of 2025. The main entertainment this evening will be done by Sweet Pam. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please for His Excellency John Bailey, the governor of St. Martin.
Honorable President of Parliament, Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable President of the Collectivité of Saint-Martin, Honorable Members of Parliament, members of the High Councils of State, Honorable Members of the Council of Ministers, Vice President of the Joint Court of Justice, Commander of the Marines Detachment on St. Martin, representative of the Dutch government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of my wife, Janique, and I, Happy New Year. And thank you for being here with us. We really appreciate it. As we embark on this journey together through this new year, 2025, and in my service to you, the people of St. Martin, as governor of this great island paradise we all call home, I would like to take a moment to briefly, as most do at this time of year, and reflect on the past year and subsequently focus on the road ahead, the future. The past year has been quite a unique one, to say the least. Just a few noteworthy mentions in this regard are country experiencing 2 elections in 1 year in a span of just over 7 months, the reopening of our airport by Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrix more than 7 years after damage incurred by Hurricanes Irma and Maria, and an energy crisis that had the citizens, businesses, and tourists alike frustrated and at their wits' end trying to figure out how to cope and manage with the situation. Shifting now to the road ahead, future. In planning for this new year and the future in general, we take stock of where we are. We look to the past to see where we came from, and we then respond to our current situation with detailed planning of where we want to be, our goals, and we plan accordingly, taking into account what we will need to get us there and the steps we need to take to achieve these goals. So, where are we, St. Martin? In 2025, we will celebrate 15 years of our autonomous status within the kingdom. What has this brought us? What were our goals and aspirations, and what are they now? What progress have we made? And where do we go from here? These are some of the questions we should ask ourselves and seek the answers to. In doing so, it is my firm belief that it is imperative that one of the areas we lay emphasis on is our youth. Like generations in the past have done for us, we must realize that in order for our future to be bright, we have to set our children on the right path today. The seed of greatness is planted way before the tree of greatness can bloom and stand firm as a pillar within the community. We are all connected. The lives of our youth are very much dependent on the decisions and actions taken by us today, and our future is dependent on them. They, after all, are St. Martin's future. If you want to see the state of St. Martin in 25 to 30 years from now, take a look at the state of the youth today. How does it look? Well, ask our chief of police, ask our schools, ask our head of the court of guardian, the NGOs, NPOs, and the like about the work they carry out within civil society and what they encounter there. Or ask the youth themselves. Let me declare in stating that I am not implying that it is all bad. I'm simply aiming for all of us to come to the conscious realization that if we want a better tomorrow, a better future, we have to plan for it to be. We have to better the lives of our children today. Be an active contributor to the cultivation of their dreams and aspirations, a contributor to their positive development, a beacon of hope and provider of somewhere they can be comfortable and have that safe space and feel the warm embrace of this, their community, their home, their island, their paradise, their village. I'm not just talking about your children. I'm talking about all the children of this country. Because when we neglect one child, we have to realize we are then neglecting one aspect of our future. Because we are all connected in one way or the other. If it affects one of us within the community, it affects us all. If not today, one way or another tomorrow. So, what type of environment are we creating for our youth? What are we exposing them to? At what vulnerable age? Are we taking care of our youth now so that St. Martin can exist and thrive way into the future? Are we preparing our leaders of tomorrow? Are we preparing them to be leaders of this country? Or are we, with the decisions we are taking now and the dangers we are exposing them to, setting them up to be but followers so that others can come in and lead them in their land? We have to prepare, cultivate, and expose our youth in ways and to an atmosphere that is conducive to them and therefore St. Martin being fit in mind, body, and spirit to take on any and all challenges that lie ahead. Just as those before us planned for the future development of our country, so too do we have to plan for the further and future development of our country. The youth are dependent on and affected by first the family environment, the school environment, and the community environment. So we all have to be their support system. We have to make sure this system or the system does not fail them. Instill in them morals, values, and the value of things, the value of lives, including their own. Ensure that this country, this village, is a place where they can find peace, unity, strength, inspiration, and most important, a beautiful life. By providing them with fertile ground for their dreams to sprout, grow wings, and fly into the very future they and all of us dream about for 2025 and beyond. In doing so, we take care of the future of St. Martin. In closing, people of St. Martin, as your governor, I would like to encourage all of us to be conscious of the roles every single one of us play in this interconnected island paradise we all call home, whether for now or forever, and know what affects our neighbor, our elderly, our rich, our poor, our unemployed, our economy, our mental health, and our mental health patients, the sick, the shut in, our environment, and lastly, our youth affects us all as well. It may not do so for all of us in the same degree or at the same time, but it will do so in some shape or form or fashion someday. So let us all, in this new year and beyond, be cognizant of this fact in the roles we all play and decisions we make. No matter how minute or grand those roles and decisions may be or seem, and let us all act at all times with this interconnectedness or general well-being in mind for the greater good of St. Martin and all of her people.
Please join my wife and I in raising your glasses and the others symbolically do so. In wishing a happy new year to you and your families. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our great and prosperous nation, St. Martin. And God bless the youth of this country.
but in doing so, we also bless the future of St. Martin. Happy New Year.